Hi folks, Racer here, 38 POS Racing. Working on the 59 BelAir again. Gonna do some floor pan work. Take a look. That's the patchwork that was underneath here. It's got a ventilation hole there. I'm gonna be replacing this brace and this whole back tub or pan from somewhere's in here back. And to get this brace out, I'm going through and I'm finding the spot welds. There's a spot weld there and there. You can sometimes see, sometimes you got to grind the surface a little so it'll show up. I'm drilling a hole through the center of them. And then I got this spot weld cutter. I believe that was from Eastwood. Had this for a while. Doesn't work too bad. Don't lean on it real hard. You don't have to get carried away. So I'm going to take this spot welds out here for this brace because it's ventilated too. Now I'm going to figure out how to get it off the rocker panel, the inner rocker panel back in here. And this brace has got the seat bracketry underneath it, so somewhere's in this area is where that brace is going to end, but I'm going to try to keep some of this for indexing. I don't know exactly if I have any good metal as it is for this area. Might be building that, but we're going to drill them spot welds out, and we're going to figure out how the devil I'm going to get into that rocker panel area, because I don't want to screw the rocker panel in and rocker panel up because it's almost solid. But I need access to it and I want to be able to cover it up again. Well, I'll bring you back after I get some spot welds drilled out. I'm going to bring you in for a little look at this spot weld cutter. You can see down in there there's some rust. Imagine that. That's how you know you got through this one doesn't show it as much, but that's how you know you got through the pan into the brace. If you get underneath the screwdriver, you can see that move there, but this one, it still holds back, so I didn't get the clear weld there. But up here, so this one right here is the only one that's still holding a little bit. And oftentimes you take a little chisel and you can pop that because there can't be much. And up here, you can see right there and right there and right there, those are spots where the weld is. And I am probably not going to worry about that because I will probably cut the sheet metal here. Up here where there's a little more solid, I'd like to leave these two holes in the original pan for indexing, but we'll see. And this, I'm probably going to have to form that. This is the pan I'm putting in. This is all shot up in here. All this is shot. So I'm going to use as much as I can that's good on the original. Yeah, I'm going to have to build a patch there. Going to have to weld that cut up. But overall, it's a solid enough pan. Now I got to decide where I'm going to seam that. But we're coming along. I'm probably just going to have to cut all the way around on this so I can get to the spot welds where this brace is hooked to the inner rocker and get them cut loose. I'm learning. We'll see how it goes. Bring you along. Okay, got some spot welds cut out there. And for where they still stick a little, I use the shank of an old straight blade screwdriver, and you can wedge it in between the metal and lift. And you can see how that's pulled away. So that cross member that brace is just clear loose there. And I'm just going to butcher this right off. Down in here, just not saving that, not saving that, so we can cut it out. Did the same kind of up in here, cut around. I'm trying to save as much of the original floor pan, but you know, some of it's got to get rebuilt. And I'm probably just going to take and saws all this off, so all I've got left is the flange, and I can get to that. Now, a couple things I'm using, like I said, it's a spot weld cut kit from Eastwood. Pretty dang sharp. It comes with the arbor and 3 bits, and I've already killed one. It comes with a spare centering pin, this guy right here, and that's spring loaded. So you don't have to cut a hole that goes through, just needs to keep it in place. And for a lot of the cutting, I'm going to be using this diamond cutoff wheel. It is working really, really nice. Lasts longer than an abrasive wheel. It's a little more expensive, but it lasts longer than the money would have bought the abrasive wheels. And I don't think it's going to come flying apart and kill or maim anybody. So, well, I'm going to get in here and we're going to cut this out. Back in, yeah, we'll turn it around here. Back in here and see what we got left. This is going to be pretty close to time to see about putting a new brace in. I'm going to put that in before I take this floor out, so I can pull it up against this floor where it's supposed to be. I might throw a couple spot welds or tech screws, whatever they call them, to hold this all in place. And then we're going to cut the rest of this out wherever I decide to cut it. Kind of depends on where this one starts getting weak and where the other one's good enough, and we'll see. Bring you back again for that. Well, I got spot welds cut out. I got the floor cut out. Got the old cross member cut. And she's just kind of loose in there. I believe she's hanging up on my exhaust. Yep, exhaust is holding it there. There's my screwdriver. So, gotta drop the exhaust a little bit, push it down, whatever. Get that pulled out of there. Yep, I gotta drop the exhaust. We'll be back after that. Well, here we are. Got the freshened up brace back in there. Got some screws holding it in through the old spot weld spots. Seat mount bolts in the front here. It's kind of interesting that a lot of these spot welds line up where they were. Guess that was machine done. Don't have it welded in. I'm trial fitting and seeing how things are coming together, so what I can manipulate, I manipulate. But I think it's going to come out pretty good. I got to lay the other pan in and see where my cut line is. And then up here, we're going to be rebuilding stuff. So, got things to do. Bring you back when I've made some progress.